Hey guys, what's up? This is Ticker the Trader, and I'm here again showing you what's happening in the market with my Polaris Trend Indicator. The reason why I keep going live is because I truly believe that the Polaris Trend Indicator gives you a complete edge over any other indicator in the market. All I ask of you is to like and subscribe to my page, support this channel, and get the Polaris Trend Indicator. Head over to TradingView. Check this out, and all I ask is for $1 a day. Go to indicators, write Polaris Trend, Ticker the Trader, and I know that this channel isn't huge. I know this isn't like the biggest YouTube channel ever, but what I will say is that I don't like for you to lose money, and I don't like to lose money myself, and I really do believe I've invented the greatest indicator for TradingView, and it will truly, as I said before, give you an edge in the market. We are closing the day out today. Today has been not an exciting day, just kind of very lackluster, and we are just at the point where it's the end of the week, and this is actually my favorite time to review because all of the Polaris Trend indicators, especially on a weekly time frame, are establishing themselves, and we get to see what happens on Monday morning. So Friday and Monday are the most important times in the market, I think. I think it's absolutely great. So anyway, let's get down to this. Let's fly through these stocks so I don't bore you with all my talk about my amazing indicator. So SPY on a weekly, we're showing red columns. It's not something you want to get into right now. Daily. We said yesterday that this was a buy. It truly was a buy. But the best thing about owning the Polaris Trend Indicator is that we bought down here and we would have sold at the beginning of the day. So that's a 1.41% move. And I know that's not the most exciting thing in the world, but you made profit. You took profits on a small run, and now we're issuing a red column. This thing can certainly turn over, come back down, either hit this order block or hit my next wave of discounted areas, and move up. So I'm issuing this as a wait. The Qs. I was invested in the Qs as of yesterday or the day before. So these are basically, again, weekly columns that are going down. Not really interested in putting my money in here, but we are issuing at the end of the day a green column moving up. So it wants to break through this resistance order block and probably move up to a newer or equal high, maybe 539.30, 539.39, somewhere in there. So the Qs, technically, I'm going to change this to a buy. I'm personally holding this, but this is a buy. TLT, weekly time frame, red candles, getting smaller. I think that this is going to run and continue to run, but I would say currently, right now, if you were in this trade back here around $87, or if you got in somewhere around $89, this is still a hold. This could certainly roll back over, and we're definitely showing negative. So you're either holding this or you're taking half profits. But one of the main reasons why I want you to have the Polaris Trend Indicator is because you would have saw this at the beginning of the day. You would have sold at $91. You would have been out a little bit earlier. TNA, red columns. We got a bounce off of my discounted zone, and this thing is appearing like it wants to move up. I think there is more movement on the upside, but we did just issue a red column. So take profits or hold. So I'm going to change this to a hold or take profits. Tesla, all these red columns are stacking up. Still not a time to get in. But this might be a point. I said yesterday, this might be the point where we should be buying. So you could have bought here on this candle, started building a position, or now you would have built a position on this candle. So 234.18. Anything basically above 238 was a good buy. And now this thing's just starting to run. So I think this is a buy. I think Tesla's it's kind of safe to say we're good. Apple, red columns moving down, bouncing off my order block and discounted zone, and now we're moving up. I think Apple is certainly a buy, at least short term. We really want, with the Polaris Trend Indicator, to buy here somewhere in the zone, build a position, and then when the weekly turns green, then we're going to make a massive move up. So you want to build positions when these candles are red, and then bang, we hit the 13% move. That's what we're looking to do. Weekly NVIDIA, not liking it. We've got 4 red weekly columns that are not great. We had a small push up, and now we're retracing. This is all just consolidating. I really do believe that we can go back down to like 102, 100. The only people that really got to buy this at $100 recently was in aftermarket, and we only went as low as 104. So I think the market really does want to push us back down, but I could be totally wrong. I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not here to make predictions, but I will say that this is right now not a buy. This is a wait. Amazon weekly. We came down, pushed into the order block, bounced right back up, got a nice little hammer candle, and now here we are. The Polaris Trend Indicator is showing us 3 green bars. It's consolidating, but consolidating to the upside. It is impossible for this stock to move down and be bearish if these columns are green. The columns are green, the candles are green. Amazon, I'm liking Amazon. It's a buy. Google, same thing. Came down into the order block, pushed back up. We've got a bunch of red columns here. Not liking it, but we are now green here. So this is a good time. You have a bunch of days where this thing's consolidating. It's either consolidating to move down or consolidating to move up. But right now, I feel since this is green, it's consolidating to move up. So Google is a short-term buy. Start building your positions. Meta platforms, massive short, came down into an order block, bounced up, made somewhat of a hammer candle. Now we're moving up. So this is technically a buy. Microsoft, the Polaris Trend Indicator, dumped it all the way down on the weekly. And this just turned red. So I would just say this is a wait. Don't buy. I mean, you could build a position in here, but I wouldn't start building a position until these columns start turning green. SoFi, love SoFi, right? 1219 was the time to get in. This is a buy and or hold, but on the weekly, it's not really necessarily moving up just yet per se. It's not green yet, but look at this price action. If you bought here and you moved up and you just follow the Polaris Trend Indicator right here, that was a 9.45% move up. Everyone would want. Some people don't make 9% or 10% or 10% in a whole year investing. So you could have done that literally in roughly like 6 days. Palantir, same thing. Finally showing weekly buying pressure daily. We would have bought back here around $79, and it's since then moved up. That was a 13.79% move if you just followed the Polaris Trend Indicator. Weekly, we're out of Broadcom, AVGO. Daily, same thing. These are issuing red candles. This is all over the place. It's bouncing off this order block. I'm not really, you could build a position here, but I'm not going to build again until the columns start turning green on the daily. Love URA, uranium. This is a hold. If you bought this back here at 23.87, this would have been the time to buy. Right here, if you look at this area right here, 23.80, I said it here, it moved up. We are issuing a short-term column, but I think this is a hold if you bought down here. If we produce another red column, I would probably get out tomorrow, Monday. So be patient. SMH, semiconductors, probably the same as NVIDIA, came down, hit an order block, hit my range of discount, still showing red columns, don't like it. Now we have more red columns here. It's looking like it's going to roll over. U.S. oil, love U.S. oil right now. 65.56 is an amazing place to buy, right? So but if you got in late, I mean, we've got a weekly push up, and we also have a push up off of these lows. We're starting to make it higher highs. U.S. oil is the jam right now. So Bitcoin, not liking these columns, showing red columns on the daily. Don't like this at all. This is a wait. I'm sure Ethereum is exactly the same. More red columns starting to push up off of this discounted zone. And then we have more down pressure. So I would say this is probably a wait. So yeah, we just went through all the stocks that I normally go through. And again, I do believe that all I'm asking for is $1 a day. I do believe that the Polaris Trend Indicator beats all other indicators on the market. I think it's stronger than anything that you can get. This is very visible, very easy, and you won't be missing trades with this particular indicator. And the only reason why I'm going live is so I can show you absolutely everyday proof of concept that this indicator absolutely crushes. So again, I'm only asking for $1 a day. Head over to the Polaris Trend Indicator, subscribe now. Don't miss out on wins in the market. And please do me a favor. I know my channel's not huge. Like and subscribe. Check out these live streams, and we'll be with you absolutely like every single day next week. I'm excited to come back and see what else the market has in store for us. But right now,